The vision for Auntie Karen came about when I was approaching my 40th birthday, and I took the time to ask God, what is my purpose? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing with my life? And I took the quiet time to figure out that whatever I did had to involve the arts. The arts has always been a part of my life. And so our mission at that time from the beginning was to use the arts to empower, enlighten, and educate. And we do that through a series of programs. And those programs include our Legends of Concert series, this is our 10th year doing the Legends of Concert series. It also includes our Young Entrepreneurs Conference, which we've done that for 10 years. We have artists in the schools. And then we have the cartoon characters that came out of that song, with Olivia the octopus being the signature character. My first Legends of Concert, it was almost like it was written to happen that way. I had met Titus Glover. He was new to town, and we had a vision to do something. I didn't quite know what it was, but he said, well, if you had a choice as to who you want to see in concert, who would it be? And I said, Roberta Flack. And he's like, well, Roberta Flack's my cousin. You couldn't tell me that that wasn't supposed to happen. Another aha moment was I was leaving a meeting with one of my committee members, Barbara Bowman, and she said, well, who are you thinking about having for Legends this year? And I said, well, I really want Al Jarreau. And she said, well, Al Jarreau's wife is best friends with Sherry, who's a friend of mine in LA. And that's how we got Al Jarreau that year. What else came out of that vision for Auntie Karen was that one song that I wrote back in 1985 became a CD, and then it became a puppet, and then it became an oversized character, and then it became a television show. And my vision long-term had always been to have some type of show where we can show images that would be appealing to not only kids that are non-African American, but specifically to kids of African descent. And we've been able to do that. We use jazz and R&B and reggae music to produce messages on healthy living or lifestyles for kids. There was a young lady who is the niece of our executive director, and she is diabetic. And she was really excited about Gordon. And Gordon is our overweight character that's discovering that he's pre-diabetic. And so Sarah last year took Gordon and Olivia on a trip to London with her. And she created this blog that talked about their adventures.
Gordon, from what I understood, was a Jamaican yam who was pre-diabetic, and I'm diabetic. And I've been diabetic since I was 2 years old, which is a total of 19 years. And I just wanted to show that no matter what you do or what you have as a disease, or if you have a chronic illness, there are no limitations on your life.
One of my most memorable experiences was the thrill of seeing a child just run up to Olivia the octopus, the oversized character, and give her a big hug. Because it's almost like if the kid or the kids that I exposed her to didn't like her, then everything that I had done was in vain. I had been working with a first grade class since 2001, Ida Fortuna's class. And the first time I went there to sing the octopus song, I was scared to death, because if the kids didn't like it, I had left my job at Xerox, I had spent all my savings, my investment, I invested all this time and money into this one song that was written, almost 20 years earlier. And they loved it. And Ida loved it, and she made it enjoyable. But I'm like, okay, that was just, one class. But she continued to have me come back year after year after year. And one day I walked into her classroom, and as I was walking in, the kids were starting to sing the octopus song, and they had done dance moves, and that's when I realized the impact that we could have. And that brought a tear to my eye, because it was something that was what I considered my baby, that somebody approved of. I think that the vision is much larger than what you see today. And in order for it to reach its full potential, I know that I'm gonna have to step out of the way and let it grow. I feel like, and I'm not a mom, but if I was a mom, you wait those 9 months on that baby, and finally the baby's here and you're letting it go. I feel like this is my baby that I'm finally letting go of. That, you know, it's my baby that I've nurtured, and it's ready to go out to the world on its own.